You guys ready for the next game? I know I am. The next game is...
Hey, Gimmick Man here, and man, I'm excited for this next game.
Oh, hey, Gimmick Man. What are you doing here? You gonna help me with the next game?
Well, I am, as a matter of fact. You see, I am Gimmick Man, and the next game is Mr. Gimmick for the NES.
That only makes too much sense, but how exactly are you here with me? Isn't this entire season supposed to be an NES cartridge you found?
Let's go ahead and start the game.
You didn't answer my question. How is it that you're also in this card?
Like I said, let's go ahead and start the game.
The story is a young girl is given this small green toy thing for her birthday, but later all of her other toys become jealous and kidnap her and take her away before the green toy blob thing, whose name is Yumitaro, jumps through a dimensional shift in her bedroom.
Presumably, to go after her. I guess.
So here's the green Yumitaro guy. He jumps with A, and when you hold B, it charges up this star thing, which can hurt enemies.
And in certain spots, you can jump on the star to scale to an out-of-reach spot.
The colors and level design seem really cool, and the song is catchy. I don't trust this little platform thing, and it's a good thing I jumped, or it would have been spikes for me.
You'll notice you can hold 3 items in the bottom right corner. If you select one, you can charge your star. It'll turn into that item, and you can use it as you see fit.
The stage boss is a giant blob guy, not unlike the ones we've seen throughout the level.
As long as you have the health to take the first hit, all you gotta do is hit him with 3 stars, and then it's back to the overhead map.
The next world does not feel as slippery and slidey as the first world. Here's a slow-moving boat thing that is reminding me of the Trolls game from episode 19.
And, of course, the ship has to drop cannonballs on us.
How many of them are there?
Come on. In these enclosed spaces, you can really utilize the power of the star to knock out multiple enemies.
Are we being attacked by Flubber? Get away from me, you green gooey jerk!
Sometimes, if you do some exploration off the beaten path, you can find hidden areas with bonus items that give you points, and therefore, free lives.
The pirate boss is Orange Flubber. He's pretty aggressive with his sword, and he's desperate to chop up our green guy, but with the star attacks, he gets knocked off, and then we are taken back to that overhead screen.
Man, I really like this music. A forest stage. This is what I would have expected for a first level.
These first enemies take 2 hits, which might perhaps be indicative of increasing difficulty.
Whoa, dodge the rocks. At this part, if you use a bomb, you can blast this guy out of the way and enter a bonus area with an item worth more points to give you more bonus lives.
I am all about that.
These log platforms drop, so be sure to jump quick.
Luckily for us, these jump controls are smooth and responsive, including the in-air movement and momentum.
Then there's this guy who blocks the path.
I shoot my star power at him, but he's very good at blocking it. And in between blocks, he's throwing cherries at me. Eventually the star gets him, and when we drop down, the environment changes pretty drastically.
And are those flying brains?
The third boss here is a crab dude. What's irritating about this boss stage is you're on a slope, so you're constantly pressing left to keep from sliding off.
As the crab guy comes up the slope, you have to time your star attack to hit him.
Do it 3 times, and it's back to the overhead screen.
Next is this tropical-ish area where a pink dinosaur tries to kill us, and then we ride him.
Thanks for the ride, champ.
Further ahead, these guys shoot arrows pretty quick.
With careful timing, you can dodge them, but it's almost easier to just kind of blast through them.
We also get to dodge fire shots while spear guys are after us.
Hey, I bet I know where they went to school. Spear Throwing University, just like an asterisk. The boss guy jumps around and flings his boomer axe at us.
Is that a new axe body scent? Boomer axe?
Hit him 3 times and... I guess he wasn't the boss. Just a mini-boss.
The real boss is further ahead. Oh, it looks like he's hatching.
Seriously? I gotta fight a baby? I can't figure out how to successfully attack it.
It looks like if you charge him, he backs up. And when he jumps, you can get him.
So do that a couple times and then he starts going crazy. Sorry, baby.
That felt unnecessary, but we are moving.
What's with these frog guys in the next stage?
And look at the little welder guys.
We are taking their card, but the track isn't complete. We should have let them finish their little project.
Foreman Steve is pretty upset, so he's launching rockets at us.
Sorry, Foreman Steve.
And then we're being chased by District Manager Robert.
Is he shooting at us because Steve was one day from retirement?
Anyone need some bubbles?
I'm getting that pre-boss feeling. And here he is. Who is he supposed to be, do you think?
I'm thinking it's Regional Manager Teddy.
Why is he in that thing up there?
Oh, he's actually not there. He's appearing through a live virtual conference call.
Hit him at the right angle with the stars, and his shots double up.
And then they triple up.
Somehow, we beat him.
Sweet! Oh, wait, what's happening?
What's this robot thing? Is it security?
Appears to be shooting rockets at us.
In between rockets and projectiles, we keep hitting him with the star power, and eventually that does it for him.
And then Teddy's call drops, thus ending the meeting early.
So what's the next place on the map?
I think it's corporate headquarters.
What are your thoughts on this statue-looking thing?
I guess it can't hurt you.
No, they're real. Must be front entrance greeters trying to keep us away from the company's secrets.
How do we get them exactly?
They do a jump and swing attack, and sometimes they move based on your movements, so I think if you just keep your distance and keep shooting the stars, you'll eventually get them.
Just try not to get boxed in.
Once we take them out, we move on up, and we see arrow shooting guys again. The next couple rooms are basically platforming as we work our way up the corporate ladder.
And we witnessed firsthand how wasteful the corporate world can be.
Then we move into this room with a wizard-looking guy. Who do you think he is?
I'm guessing he's the chief financial officer, and he's wasting money shooting bubbles at you. The bubbles don't hurt you, but they prevent you from forming stars above your head, which you need to attack the guy.
So it's a lot of dodging and jumping until you can get the shot off and hit the guy. Once he's beat, we move up to the next room.
Or office?
And who is this guy?
I think this would be the chief operating officer, and he's pretty upset.
Why? Because we beat up his colleague?
I would assume it's because there's no money anymore since we took out the CFO who was wasting it on bubbles.
This guy doesn't shoot bubbles. Instead, he drops stalactites or pointy ice things. He also shoots some coloriness around.
The only real challenge in this room is the ice floor. Just get your shots in and move on.
Next, we should probably use the potion, because I can guess there's another guy up ahead.
And here he is, the CEO. He's basically the other two guys combined.
Same strategy. Dodge, jump, shoot the star. That's it. And I think he dove into the star for the final hit.
And that is the end of the game.
But I thought we were trying to rescue a girl. I mean, he's even thinking about her.
Back in the NES days, the endings didn't always make sense. Sometimes the ending wasn't anything at all, other than some text. But congrats on beating another game.
Well, thanks, Gimmick Man. In summary, I would say this is a great game. The controls are pretty smooth, the levels are unique, The bosses are the perfect amount of difficulty, and the music is solid. Shooting the star and using the items is relatively straightforward. So yeah, this is one of the better games to appear on this show so far.
Well, listen for a second, first player guy. I know that might not have been the ending you were looking for, but I have a gift for you.
Thanks, but I don't really need anything. I just wish this game felt more complete.
Trust me, you want this.
What did you just do?
I just gave you the ability to leave and enter the NES Void whenever you want. So if you want to be in the real world, just leave the NES Void. Now you can do it.
Actually, I do like that idea. I've been having a lot of fun playing these games, and that'll make it easier. Maybe I'll go to the real world next time.
Oh, but there's more.
More?
Yes, you now also have the ability to make Trotsky exist in real time again. He doesn't have to be still images anymore.
I actually don't care about that.
Anyway, thanks for playing and beating Mr. Gimmick. I really enjoyed it, and I feel that it's a highly underrated NES game. And while it might be a bit expensive, it's absolutely worth a playthrough. Take care, everybody, and see you next time.
I know I already ended the episode, but something felt off. I decided to play through the game again, and it turns out if you get the secret item in each stage, the real final stage opens up. Going along with the previous themes, I guess this would be called Investor Island. The music is peaceful on Investor Island, and this guy has no mouth, so he must be a silent investor. But everything seems so calm and peaceful. I mean, we are just flying through. We reach what might be a final boss, and he's decked out in black. He looks misplaced for this game, as if he should be in Castlevania. And who is he? The president of the board of directors? His attack move is a tornado shot. If you jump it and shoot the star at the right moment, you can get your attack in that way. Hit him 3 times and he doffs his cape and is instead dressed like a really bad Fantastic Four cosplayer. It's so weird to see a regularish biped after all the enemies and bosses we encountered along the way. I mean, obviously we were supposed to be saving a girl, but still. So he waves his baton at you, and I'm trying to figure out the timing to hit him with the star. For me, it works out that if you kinda just jump and shoot the star randomly, you can usually get in on him, but he will send the tornado shots and multi-fireball attack at you. Once you get that 5th shot in, he sparkles and then explodes while pink confetti rains down. I mean, I hope it's confetti. Satisfied that he's seen enough flesh confetti fall from the sky, Yumitaro walks off screen. A blue orb thing gets a crack. Uh-oh. We find the girl locked in a closet. She hugs him. The blue orb cracks some more. Then we are getting out of here. Oh no, it broke! Corporate restructuring, we need to inverse leverage our holdings, jump into this 401k, and now we are home, and I'm your only toy. Shout out to Masashi Kageyama. The music has been great.
Dear Mr. Nindeviled, I have done as you asked, but there's a slight catch. The good news is the first player guy appears excited to play the NES games and conquer the NES library as part of your plans. The trick of letting him go in and out of the NES void appears to have worked. Unfortunately for you, he figured out the true ending of Mr. Gimmick on NES. Your plan to tell him he hadn't truly beaten all the games and hold him captive has backfired. Regardless, we had a deal, and I expect you to keep your end of the deal. Gamer got a game. Gimmick Man. Out.